Did you know a headshot is the first and sometimes the only thing a casting director sees before they decide to bring you in for an audition?
No pressure, right?
But don't worry, I got you. So why do headshots matter? Basically, a headshot is your calling card. The same way that business executives go to a networking function and they hand each other business cards so that they can exchange information, that's your headshot. You get to exchange it with the casting director, hoping they bring you in and you get to do some business together. And I think as actors, we all want to be doing business, you know what I mean? I want to be working, I want to be on set, I want to be on stage, I want to be doing something fun. So in this video, we're going to go through the steps of capturing the two different types of looks that we talked about in my previous video. I'll put the description down below if you want to check it out before you head on to this one. In section 1, numero uno, we're going to be talking about co-star looks and how do we prep for them and get great shots. And in section 2, we're going to be capturing your main character energy looks. They're two different things and you need both when your career's starting off, so watch both sections, people. I have no idea what look I'm going for. Where do I even get clothes? Am I supposed to get hair and makeup done? Neil, help! Shh. Once again, baby, I got you. I got you. I've been there. I am there. So buckle up and let's go on this wild ride together. Crafting your co-star headshots. Before you pick out your looks, you need to know what shows are even hiring around you. In step 1, we're going to be putting energy into research. We're going to research the shows in your markets to figure out which projects you'll actually be auditioning for. So take your specific city, whether that's you live in New York or Boston or LA, Atlanta, Toronto, Vancouver, you know where you live. And get on your laptop and do a nice little Google search of what shows are filming in blank now. Like, it's really that easy. In order to vet those websites, I usually go with a film commission of some sort. Usually there's a government website that tells you that these shows have permits to be filming here, or these movies have permits to be filming here. That's the easiest way to go about it. Once you have that grand old list of all of the projects filming in your area right now, make sure they're current, nothing canceled. We can happily move on to step 2. Now that you know what shows are actually filming in your area and you could actually have a chance of being on, we're gonna go back in time to my last video where you left a comment. Right, we're leaving comments. You left a comment on your actor types, and I held that information for you and I kept it so close to my heart. And I'm gonna give it back to you. And you're just gonna take it back, put it down, and you're gonna go, all right, now let's put this list against the shows that are actually auditioning in my area. To summarize that, all you're doing is like going with the list you had before and putting it against the shows that are filming around you and seeing what shows would have your character type. If you're a student, there's probably a show with students in it. If you had cop on there and NCIS is shooting in your area, I would say that's a pretty likely place for you to be targeting. So by doing that matchup, we can now go, okay, we've narrowed down this list of maybe 10 or so characters that you wrote down into maybe 4 or 5, which are 4 or 5 very different, distinct looks that we can carry on into our headshot sessions. But wait, I know what you're thinking. Okay, but I don't want to be gimmicky. I know. And that's what section 2 is for this. So stick with me through section 2 as well. You'll understand that these are just 2 different things in order to target yourself for the right roles. So now that we got it all narrowed down into some solid stereotypical-esque roles you could play, we're gonna research some photographers. Let me help you through that. Repeat after me. Not all photographers are created equal. Just because someone can make you look hot doesn't mean that that's what we should actually be capturing with these, right? Don't worry, we'll make sure you look good and nice in your future main character energy shots, but these are co-star shots. So we will be looking for a photographer who specializes in what? Yes? Can I hear it? Co-star shots. That's right. Yes. Got it. Yes. Here are some factors to consider while you're researching. Does the portfolio of the photographer's shots actually align with your looks? If that photographer is specializing in very dark, cinematic, gorgeous shots, and you are trying to go for the Big Bang Theory, I don't think that that would align very well, since the Big Bang Theory is a little more And the same goes the opposite. If you're a cop trying to be on NCIS and your photo goes, probably not the best. So make sure the styles of their shots also align with the styles of the shows you're targeting. That's simple. We also obviously have to keep in mind budget. Headshots can get very expensive, and different photographers charge for different types of shoots. For example, there are a lot of photographers that go off of looks. So if you have 3 outfit changes, that could be 3 totally different shots that take up your whole session. However, there are also photographers that go off of time. So if you're following along with me through this process and you are actually prepared when you're going in and you know exactly what you're going to get out of that session, you might want to actually go for a photographer that goes off of time, because you know you're going to through those shots, and then you get more bang for your buck. And the last thing I would keep in mind while you're researching your photographers is that I would factor in hair and makeup as well at the same time. You don't want to be surprised that, oh my God, I have to pay an extra $150, $200, whatever dollars for someone to do my hair and makeup. It's worth it, genuinely. I'll talk about it in a little bit, but I would just factor that in while you're figuring out price point. Optional step alert. To be frank, I don't actually do this step, but there are tons of people that do, like tons. So I'm the odd one out here. I want to just say that flat out. So if you like this, you think this will help you, I say go for it. Make a mood board for your looks. So for every look you're trying to capture for your photo shoot, people will actually create a mood board, like a PowerPoint page or something, that shows off that specific character with different colors or images or whatever. If it comes from a specific show you're targeting, that could help too. And they all put it in one place on a piece of paper so that the photographer and you have something that you know you're striving for. It's a visual representation of what you want. So in order to do this, I would pop on over to my favorite place, Pinterest. Go to Pinterest, take some screenshots, take some images that create a mood, and make your vision board for each of your looks. I would be searching for things like color schemes, especially if you're targeting a specific show. I would maybe go find some expressions and just like screenshot it from the show so you could throw it on your mood board. And then maybe even throw some aesthetics in there that just give you a sensation of what you're going for so that it can help you get into character. Once again, I personally don't do this, so I don't have anything to show you, but I have seen people's mood boards and they're kind of cool. They're really cool. So go ahead. Now you got a perfect vision of what you want. Time to execute. Let's go pick out some clothes. It's important when you're picking out your clothing that you're trying to resemble a character rather than really create it. So especially when something is occupational based, I don't want you to be hitting people over the head with how you're supposed to look. If you're trying to be a nurse, I don't want you to just wear scrubs. But get something that's maybe in the color scheme of that you know would also resemble scrubs, but not completely blow people out of the water. So now it's time to pick out your clothes. Something that I like to do is, based off of your mood board or based off of the shows you're targeting, find clothes that look like it would be on those shows. We want to be focusing on, yes, of course, color, but also type of shirts, dress shirt, t-shirt, blouse, sweater. They all give a different vibe. And something people don't ever think about, texture. Wool gives a very different sensation than silk. But what if I don't own any of this? First off, you probably do. Get creative. Go dig in your closet or go dig in a friend's closet. It's fun to take advantage of your friend's closet. And then if you really don't have it, just go buy it and keep the tags on. I'm not kidding. Actors do it all the time. Just go buy the shirt, go buy whatever you need. Keep that tag on. It's usually in the back. The photographers have seen it all. Keep it on, return it right after the shoot. That's all you gotta do. P.S. If the types you're going for are usually more upper class wealthy and you need some expensive clothing, this is a good thing to do. Go raid your Banana Republic, take those shirts, keep the tags on, and return them. Because obviously a $20 shirt, even if it's nice, is not gonna come off the same as a $100 shirt. But I don't want you to go pay $100 for a shirt. So just return it! Okay, great, go get your wardrobe. Now, if you're anything like me and you're all prepped and ready for your session, but you're freaking out because you think that you're gonna make a stupid face, this part's really gonna help you. Truly, I've been like so nervous before that my pictures are gonna come out like, I got it. So one of the things I like to do, and you can even add it right onto your mood board, is create a little bit of internal monologue for yourself for your different looks. Sometimes when people create their mood boards and they take those facial expressions that I talked about earlier, they try and just recreate them and then they come off kind of you know? It's just a little pushed. And granted, I'm not saying we don't want to get to that face, but for headshots, a lot of what you're selling is in your eyes as well, and you want some truth there. And you're an actor, how do we get some truth in there? A little subtext, a little internal monologue. That's right. So I like to go through for each of my looks and just give myself a little phrase so I don't even have to worry about it the day of. If one of my roles is like a badass cop, I might have written down freeze or don't go in there, I'm warning you, something like that. Just so I can think it, because look at the difference. This is me just trying to make the face. And this is me thinking the monologue. A little different, right? So go through each of your looks, write a little phrase or two for yourself that can really help you get in the character, because remember, we're capturing characters with these shots. And then we'll go on to our final step, the actual headshot session itself. So here's what you're walking into. A collaboration. Same way you are always collaborating with an actor to make a scene, you are now collaborating with a photographer to make this beautiful image. Of course, at the end of the day, it is your photo shoot, you're paying for it, so make sure you get what you want, but remember, this is their specialty. You have to trust them. You chose them for a reason. If they're trying to do something different than what you planned on when you walked in, everything we just planned, trust your gut, but give them a chance. The photographers can have ideas that you could never think of in a million years, and guess what? They could pay off. But of course, try what they did. If you really look at it and don't like it, just communicate that that's not the way you're trying to go for the look, and you can go right back on a track with what you want. Communication is key. Yes, it's your money that you're paying for the session. Get what you need from it, get what you want from it, but also trust that this is their specialty. That's a huge factor to take into account. And ta-da! You're gonna get amazing, beautiful headshots from that session. You're gonna get hundreds of thousands of them, and you're gonna have to sort through them, and it's gonna be so annoying. I'm so proud of you. You came in so prepared, but you also came in so flexible and trusted your photographer. It was amazing. Now you have beautiful co-star shots that you can start using as your materials. Go book something. So now that you got beautiful co-star shots, it's time for section 2, main character energy shots. Ah! That was to scare all the people that just came to section 2. I caught you. Why did you skip section 1? You're gonna miss all the details from section 1, which I'm not gonna repeat in section 2, so ha! And I'm sorry for the good people that actually watched section 1 and now had to get scared like that. One bad apple, am I right? Disclaimer, this section is going to go a lot quicker because it's a lot of the points from the first section that are just having addendums to them. You're going to do a lot of the same process, but just thinking about it a different way. So what's the big difference between section 1 and section 2? Co-star shots are focusing on character types, and this main character energy is focusing on you and your essence. Once again, go check out that other video if you didn't figure out your essence yet. They're all linked below. So I'm going to dive right into step 1, finding your right photographer. This time, instead of finding someone who captures a good character, you're going to be finding someone who captures more depth in their image. We want them to be capturing people's uniqueness, their personality, that shows them as a human being and less as a character. Their shots should feel natural and not overly posed. You're not selling your quirky best friend anymore, you're selling you. Hey, Janet. If one of your names is Janet and I just pulled that out of my back pocket and they're actually someone Janet watching this, you need to tell me down below, because I think we're friends for life. Anyway, so find a photographer that captures the essence of people. And then we can move on to step 2, picking out your clothes. This one should be pretty easy because it's you. Go to your wardrobe. You want to pick an outfit that, yes, is you, but also is the essence of you that you're trying to display. For example, I'm usually bumming around in a t-shirt that has benzoyl peroxide stains on it because that's what I wear to bed. Don't think that's a good look for my headshot. But another version of me also loves to wear sweaters. And that was perfect because for me, I wanted to show my warmth. And a sweater, that's very fuzzy, definitely shows a warm feeling. So once again, from part 1, focus on the textures, the colors, everything like that evoke a feeling of the essence you want to express. And step 3, your only other difference, is in your monologues, they're not going to be as straightforward. You're not going to be a cop going, "Freeze, hey." You're going to create a more emotional connection that's more raw for the camera. Once again, we're just trying to get to know you, so don't be afraid to just be you. Think your thoughts, but thoughts that align with the essence. So thoughts that were aligning with my essence might be, I care about you so much, I'm always going to be there for you. And those are the main differences. Okay, we covered a lot, so let me help you out and just break it down into some action steps that you can just do bing, bang, boom. Step 1. Research the shows filming in your market and write the ones down that you specifically fit into. Step 2, narrow those shows down with the looks that you have for yourself. Cross-reference those shows and the character type list you have for yourself and see what matches up. I would say narrow it down to about 5 different characters. Step 3, research photographers that specifically focus in character-y shots that are good for co-stars. Write down the list of photographers you like. Write down how much it's going to cost you, remembering to factor in hair and makeup as well. 4, plan your wardrobe. Get the clothes you're wearing for every character. 5, prep for your shoot, whether that's creating a mood board or whether that's just listing out your thoughts for each character along with the outfits. Yay! Those are your action steps for this video. Remember, headshots are nothing without the demo footage attached with them, so please click the link below and go to the video on demo footage. That's going to pair up very well with your headshot sessions. And most importantly, trust the process. Your headshots should be working for you and not just pretty pictures. Make sure you're subscribed, hit the bell so you're notified so that we can keep progressing in your acting career. I very much appreciate you watching. Please hit the like and I'll see you next time. Mwah!